You've reached ideal volley position. Your opponent is now going to try and pass you or lob you. If they go for the passing shot, you need a reliable volley. Okay, what grip do you want for your volley? I recommend either Eastern or Continental. I'm flexible on this one, whatever works better for you. Now, for an Eastern forehand, you're going to put the X's on number 3. For an Eastern backhand, I'm going to go to number 1. For Continental, we're going to go put the X's on number 2. Now, when you're on 2, Continental, you don't have to change grips. Now, if you want to switch grips, go from the Eastern forehand to Eastern backhand, that's fine. It's been proven that you have time to change at the net. So if that feels more comfortable, go with your Eastern grips. But those are the grips I recommend. I like to stand like this and just favor my backhand side a little bit like this. That way, if the ball is hit right at you, you can simply do this and get the ball back. So favor your backhand side a little. Just think of making a target for the oncoming ball. See, now if you were to hit a ball to this side, to my forehand, okay, I'm just going to make a target for the oncoming ball. I see the ball coming to this side, I turn, I make the target. Notice I keep my left hand on the throat of the racket. That ensures that I turn my shoulders, and also I won't bring the racket back too far. So just turn, keep that hand on. Once you get to here, then you can let go. Now you're going to step in with the foot that's furthest away from the ball. So the ball's on this side, my left foot's further away. I'm going to step in with that foot, and just imagine that my hand is on the top of a table right now. And I'm going to slide my hand out across the table. So I step and slide the hand out. It's just a short punching motion. Say the net is over there now. I'm in my ready position. I see the ball hit to this side. Remember, I turn and I just make a target for the ball. Now, I'm all set. I'm just going to step in with the foot further away from the ball and slide the hand across the tabletop. I step and slide the hand across. The contact point on that forehand volley is going to be about even with that front shoulder. And remember, too, to try and keep the racket head higher than the hand. If you notice, my racket head right now is higher than my hand. Now, that will ensure that you can keep the racket nice and firm, because if the racket drops down, it's much tougher to control. So keep the racket head up, especially against passing shots that are hit with pace. You want to keep that racket head up slightly. And keep your swing short. You don't want to take a big swing on this, just a short little punching motion. That's all you need on the forehand volley. Okay, 2 key points to remember on the volley. Number 1, make a target for the oncoming ball. Number 2, slide the hand across the tabletop with a short punching motion. Okay, the backhand volley technique is basically the same. You see the ball hit to this side, just turn and make a target for that oncoming ball. And you just step in and slide the hand across the tabletop. The contact point on a one-handed backhand is a little further out in front. Let me show you. Here's a side view. I'm in the ready position. I make that turn. I step in. There's my contact. If you notice, that's a good foot out in front of my lead shoulder. Now, a two-handed backhand would be about the same contact point as the forehand, even with the front shoulder, because that left hand is really playing a big part on that two-handed volley. Now, the other thing you want to think about, especially on a one-handed backhand, is to keep the left elbow up. If the left elbow stays up, it ensures that you take a short backswing. If the left elbow drops down, you get this. See, there's no target for the ball anymore. So keep that left elbow up, then just step in and slide the hand across the tabletop. Okay, if your forehand volley is going in the net, it's usually because you're facing the net too much or your shoulders are parallel with the net. Let's say that the net is over there. Okay, I'm facing the net right now and I'm in my ready position. Now, if I bring my racket back like this without turning my shoulders, I got my racket back, but I didn't really turn. Now I step in to hit the ball. As I step in, my racket moves forward, but it can only go this far. See, I'm totally stretched out here. Now where does the racket start to go? It starts to go down, and that's why you hit it in the net. So the drill you want to think of to prevent this from happening is keep the non-hitting hand on the throat of the racket and stay sideways as you're hitting the ball. Now watch the difference. If my non-hitting hand stays on the racket, now see, I've turned my shoulders. I'm sideways. Now I step in and I stay sideways as I'm hitting the ball. That way the racket can stay up and stay on line instead of going down. Notice the non-hitting hand still on the throat of the racket, which makes me turn the shoulders. Now I stay sideways as I strike the ball. This prevents the ball from going... Prevents you from hitting your backhand into the net, your backhand volley in the net. The same principles apply as the forehand. When you turn, if your shoulders get too parallel to the net, the racket can't go any further and it starts to go down. So you'll hit the ball in the net. So remember to turn sideways, number one, and then number two, stay sideways as you're hitting the ball. Notice the shoulders turn and I'm sideways at contact. If you're hitting your forehand volley long, this next drill will help. Just think about taking a short backswing and a short forward swing. Remember, the swing on the volley can be as little as a 3-foot swing. By that I mean from the ready position, bring the racket back. Okay, from this position here to here is about 1.5 feet. Now you step in, you swing about 1.5 feet, so your swing is a total of 3 feet. Remember, on a ground stroke, though, you might have a 15-foot swing. So concentrate on short backswing, short forward swing. Here we go. Notice the short backswing of about 1.5 feet, followed by a short forward swing of about 1.5 feet. Prevent you from hitting your backhand volley long. Now what, if the elbow stays in close to the body, if the elbow drops in, the racket tends to go back too far and the racket face opens up. Now you're stepping in, trying to get vertical. If you don't get vertical in time, the ball sails long. So what we're going to do is raise that left elbow. Keep that left elbow up and concentrate on taking a short backswing. Because if the elbow drops down, we might get this. Okay, so a short backswing, the elbow up, and then a short forward swing, firm swing, and just punch the ball. Okay, here we go. Notice the left elbow stays up, which prevents the backhand volley going beyond the baseline.